You trust that A on the window, right? What if I told you two of America's biggest chains racked up outbreaks so serious they paid millions and still never proved a culture change? Today, we're walking through Chipotle's record fine and Wendy's multi-state coli mess, and why the health score on the door doesn't tell you what's happening on the prep line. By the end, you'll know the one thing to check before you order, and how a single sick employee can turn your lunch into a 5-state problem. Keep watching if your budget includes not paying hospital bills. You see that shiny A, you breathe out. The truth is, most of the risk shows up right after the clipboard walks out the door. Quick favor before we move on. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So did you subscribe already? Great. Thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video. Let's start with what that grade really is. It's a snapshot, not a live feed. Inspectors hit a slice of time with a set checklist. Managers stack the line with their best people, stash the problem gear, and run a staged version of service. Timing and staffing shape the scene. Daily habits stay off camera. That's why a spotless score can sit next to fresh violations a few days later. Temperature logs go blank. Sanitizer buckets test weak.
Chipotle once proclaimed itself the healthy alternative to traditional fast food, and it rode that message all the way to high profits. Chipotle's problems started back in July in Washington state. 5 people got sick with E. coli after eating at a Seattle store. It only made news in the local paper. Lately, the company has found itself on the defensive for making hundreds of people sick and losing millions in sales. But Chipotle became a national story when bad tomatoes in Minnesota stores infected 81 people with salmonella in August.
The same cutting board flips from raw to ready to eat because the rush won the argument. The A hangs in the window while the system frays in back. Think of it like school picture day. Everyone tucks the shirt, fixes the hair, smiles on command. Nice photo. What matters is the other 364 days, when the shirt is wrinkled and the homework is late. Public health data shows millions get sick each year, and restaurants play a big role. The usual triggers are sick workers and time and temperature abuse. Both slip under the radar when no one is watching and the clock is loud. Walk through a lunch rush. The prep line clogs. Gloves touch raw protein, then tortillas. A pan that started hot drifts into the danger zone like a car left idling. Warm, but not safe. No one stops to pull a thermometer because the tickets keep printing. Across large chains, the criticals repeat. Poor cold holding. Hand washing done wrong or skipped. Cross-contamination from tools and towels that never get a break. Different cities, same patterns. And here's the real kicker. 2 household names turned into case studies in how one weak link, one sick worker, one tainted input, can ripple into multiple states fast.
234 people caught the virus. At this point, the company's top brass stayed relatively mum. These problems, though serious, appeared to be isolated.
Chipotle stock fell today on news that it was temporarily closing dozens of stores in reaction to an E. coli scare.
And Chipotle's executives may have thought they had them under control. That changed when a separate outbreak straddled state lines in late October.
Linked to a salmonella outbreak here in Minnesota.
In response, Chipotle switched suppliers. About the same time in California, Chipotle told the local health department that 17 employees were sick with norovirus.
So your move is simple. Treat the posted A as delayed news. Check recent inspections online. In the store, read the live signals. The bathroom, hands washed between tasks, pests, and whether anyone actually uses a thermometer. Now let's move on to the outbreak timelines that exposed how fast a single slip can travel through a national brand. What they don't tell you is this. One cough behind the line or one bad batch upstream can turn your lunch into a regional event. Let's start with Chipotle. Years of outbreaks stacked up. Norovirus, salmonella, E. coli, and the Fed stepped in. The company paid a $25 million criminal penalty, the largest U.S. food safety fine. Why it mattered is simple. Repeated misses on the basics. No sick handling. Weak temperature control. Policies on paper, but not in practice.
Cue the CDC. The agency launched a multi-state investigation to pinpoint the source after Washington and Oregon linked dozens of illnesses to several Chipotle stores there. A steady parade of updates trickled out from the CDC, reminding customers nationwide of the company's woes. By December, 11 states had reported 60 cases of E. coli. The company closed all 43 restaurants in the 2 states, and the CEO finally spoke.
I'm sorry for the people who got sick. They're having a tough time.
The model made it fragile. Fresh produce prepped fast, high volume, shared prep tables. Training that thins out when the line backs up. You rush, you skip steps, you spread risk. A bowl looks clean, but the path to that bowl ran through raw veg, wet rags, and hands that didn't wash long enough. Think of a supplier like a power strip. Plug one bad cord into it, and every socket lights up with the same problem. That's how a single weak link scales. Now shift to Wendy's. One leafy ingredient became the thread across states. People ate at different stores, but the symptom line matched. Health grades in the window still looked fine. Later checks at stores flagged sanitation and cross-contact issues, the kind that let a tainted item touch everything else. And the ripple doesn't stop there. The McDonald's Onion episode showed how a supplier-level miss can hit a huge footprint.
In total, about 500 people became ill after eating at Chipotle in the second half of 2015. Just as the company was trying to manage the fallout, norovirus struck again. 141 students at Boston College got sick, including an entire basketball team. Chipotle caught a break in February when the CDC officially declared the multi-state E. coli outbreak over.
Unfortunately, we were unable to find anything that would have been in common between those restaurants.
One ingredient fed to many stores. Audits were in place, and yet a single failure forced recalls and menu shifts when E. coli spread across multiple states in 2024. Here's the payoff you need. Health inspections won't catch supply chain contamination, off-shift habits, or whether sick worker rules actually stick in real time. Chipotle's $25 million fine landed because repeated outbreaks exposed weak enforcement of safe practices. A single onion at McDonald's helped move E. coli across states. And the same violations keep repeating: bad cold holding, cross-contamination, dirty gear, limp sanitizer, poor illness reporting. So what is the takeaway? How do you protect your wallet and your gut today? Big brands can stage a spotless score. They cannot stage a safe culture. Your best move is simple. Read recent inspection histories and skip places with repeat criticals. If this gave you something to chew on, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone. Before you order, search the latest inspection, scan the bathroom, watch hand washing, and avoid anything below an A or 90%. Your health is precious. There are plenty of spots that respect safety and earn trust through consistent excellence. Next time we'll test if smaller spots with cleaner records actually beat the chains on both safety and price. You might want to bring a receipt.